Hi everybody and welcome back to my blog.
I know sometimes the mountain's hard to climb. We walk by faith and all the times we're blind. It's working for my good is what they say, yeah. But I can't see with all that's in my way.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining Timmy David, and thank you everybody for all of the support that was given over the last 2-3 weeks regarding our opening videos. We had such great responses and such great feedback, and I'm so grateful for everyone that's tuned in and everyone that's encouraged with a word here or a share here or a subscribe here. So I'm very grateful and so sorry for the delay in getting this video out to you guys. It's been such a hectic week, well, a hectic 2 weeks, but you can be rest assured that I have a lot in store for you guys, so thank you for that. So many of you guys would have watched the video and thought, what was the purpose of this video? Besides the fact that I love Supermalt and Supermalt always prevails, the purpose of the video was actually to promote a flexible tripod head called the Z Tilt head. Now the Z-Tilt head is a flexible pan and tilt head that is put on tripods and can also be used as a standalone tripod head, which could be used on tables, and some of you may have seen that I used the tripod in the fridge. And then I also used it for the last couple of shots right before Supermalt prevails. Unfortunately, in the process of carrying out this review, the tripod head broke. Yes, the tripod head broke. I was minding my own business and I tried to attach a camera and it just basically broke. So this is supposed to be very rigid, hoping that you guys can see this, and it's supposed to be able to obviously put a camera on top here. You've got the 3/8 screw which you'll use to mount to the camera, which will go underneath, but unfortunately it's broken. So this was more or less within a month of buying this. But I still managed to use it, but what it meant is that I was only able to use this first part of the head for the actual video. But I thought, hey, I'm still going to review it, so let me just use it, and it was fairly helpful, as some of you may see, but I will go through just some of the descriptions of the head. So my overall experience with this tripod is that I felt it was very convenient. And I have to say that a lot of times when I'm on shoots, I have to bring these big bulky tripods, and the truth is it takes so long and so much effort a lot of times to carry them, especially if I have to use it in a very tight space. You have to start maneuvering the tripod in particular ways to fit very limited access areas. But I found that this tripod enabled me to be able to use spaces that I would never normally be able to use. Example, tables. And again, as I mentioned, the fridge from the Supermalt Always Prevails video that I did, you saw that in the fridge it was able to tilt downwards so that you could see my face. And also on the table towards the scene where I come towards the camera, you'll see that the camera was tilted up so that it could see my face. Obviously, if you put a normal camera down on the table, it's only going to be able to view at a straight angle, and it won't be able to move up or down. But obviously the flex tilt head enables you to be able to obviously look up or look down, which makes such a massive difference in film. The other thing that I found is that it was very flexible to use. Even though I was very limited because it was broken, it still proved quite helpful. So it was very useful. In addition to that, it was also quite flexible. Although mine was broken, it still enabled me to do what I wanted to do with it, along with it being a far quicker setup than a full tripod would have been for that shoot. So overall, it was quite helpful. So I would say that it has a lot of potential, and I would also say that it's definitely something that, although mine's broken, I believe that I can fix it with the use of the very small Allen key. And along with that, I would say I would probably keep it, but I have to let you guys know some of the downsides. What I've seen from the one that I have is that there's a question regarding its durability. Now, generally when you buy an item like a tripod or any kind of hardware equipment that you would use for a camera, you want it to be able to be durable. You don't want to have to keep fixing it. You don't want to have to spend time going to B&Q, as it's likely I'm going to have to do now, to be able to get stuff to fix it. You don't really want that. You want something that will be able to last and you can just use, and you don't have to worry about maintenance. The possibility is that because of the way that the tripod is built, it's unlikely to be very durable. And the reason I say that is for the fact that it's fairly lightweight and also boasts in being able to be flexible in moving it. The truth is that if you have heavy cameras over a period of time, it's likely that the screws that were included in the build may begin to turn and may begin to twist, and which obviously I saw very quickly. In the video, it's quite evident that it shows you just move the camera up, you just twist it, you just move it up, but the reality is that this thing can be quite stiff. You know, you literally have to use force to move it, and the reason it's quite stiff is because it needs to be steady for the actual camera and the lens that you're going to use. So it's unlikely that you're going to really have this being a very durable tripod head if you intend to use it with, I don't know, like a 5D Mark II with maybe a 24-70, or a 5D Mark III with a 70-200 lens, or I don't know, a 70D with a 18-135mm lens. You will just probably find that it may not be always durable, but that's just my perspective based on the one that I had bought. The only other thing that I feel is it may be overpriced. I got mine for around $53, which converted to about £42, and I feel with some of the others online, it may be worth either waiting for the prices to drop, or maybe considering looking at others that may be able to do similar things. Having said that, for what I do, I think the price is kind of it's okay, but if I could go back in time, I may have reconsidered buying it. So the price could be a little lower for me personally, considering that it's not as durable and it's still an entry-level tripod head. One thing that I was really disappointed about, as you probably might have guessed from my tone, is in the video it had all this awesome video about it being able to take telephoto lenses, and for me that was amazing, because one of the great advantages of using a telephoto lens is that you can shoot from a very far distance, and it almost is like you're creeping into a scene, and you have so much variation with a telephoto lens. But unfortunately it couldn't even take a normal 50 lens without it breaking. So for me it was a great disappointment, because I really wanted to use it for that purpose, but unfortunately that wasn't a possibility. The only thing as well is the screw mount. As nice as it looks and feels when you're tightening the screw to the camera, the truth is it's quite awkward sometimes to get it as tight as you may want without having to use other tools. So example, if you're the type of person that likes your camera being very secure on your tripod head and you don't like little movements in between, this tripod head may be a bit troublesome for you. But maybe, again, like I said, on one of the other brands it may be a lot stronger and more consistent. So again, overall, if you have £42 or so and you want to invest in a tripod head that you feel could be useful for you, I would suggest this. But I would say, if you don't have like a big tripod, like a normal set tripod, I would say use that as priority. But again, some tripods sell for around £100, £150, and this review was just to show you that even though it was still around 42 for a relatively small tripod head, it enables you to do a lot of things that many people wouldn't feel that they could do. So example, for blogging, if you have a table, rather than buying a big hefty tripod, if all you're doing is blogging, you may want to consider buying the Z-tilt head, because it could do the exact same thing. So in essence, many times before we have to spend so much, spend £150 on a tripod or buy multiple tripods, but this relatively small tripod head was quite effective and at a reasonable low price. So I would say, if I could get it fixed, I would say I would definitely keep using it, and I will probably recommend it. I would ask Edelkrone and also the Z Photo store, which website happens to have disappeared. I would recommend maybe them dropping the price a little, and it might have dropped, so it might have dropped, so that might not necessarily be a problem. But I would say if they could lower the price maybe to in the 30s region, I think this tripod head would be a great hit. But that's it for now on this. So yes, I want you to share this with all of your Supermalt lovers, and all of your creative friends, all of your friends in the photo or film area, or hobbyists that want to get into the creative area. And I encourage you to share, to comment, and also I want to ask, if any of you guys have any questions, do let me know, and I will endeavor to try and make a blog to really answer some of the things that you really want to know. So for now, that's me, and thank you so much for visiting Timmy David. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hey love.
Hi, you're right.
Hey, how are you?